Good morning, everybody. So we're looking at Psalm 102 to 104, and in this what comes across as a contrast between Yahweh's permanence and our temporary status, our non-permanence. And the contrast that is there, and it's beautiful because in the midst of this, and it's very appropriate as we see this contrast, the how permanent the things that God establishes are compared to how temporary the things of man are. And so in the midst of this, we find a psalmist just worshiping Yahweh for his creation, just overwhelmed by the creation itself. And if you ever want to get back to being humble before God, all you have to do really is find part of his nature that is so much more grand than you. It's something that is old. Like, you stand at the foot of a mountain, and it'll make you feel like a speck in time. When you understand the longevity of the oceans, of the mountains, even standing next to a tree that can live so long, or one of those giant turtles, or something like Niagara Falls, or anything like that has it's been around so much longer than we have been. Even some of the things that the man has created, in the spectrum of 3,000-4,000 years, it's young. But you go to a place like Ireland, England, where their oldest buildings are twice the age of the country in which we live. When you compare a lifespan to some of these buildings, it's like, wow. And then when you realize those buildings are nothing but temporary structures in the whole scheme of creation, it really starts to put things in perspective for you. And you begin to understand the permanence of the Lord. But it's not discouraging, it's encouraging. Because when you realize that his love is part of that permanence, his forgiveness is part of that permanence, his grace is part of that permanence. It doesn't change. It's not going anywhere. It's always been and will always be. His love for you has always been and will forever be. It's just, these are just amazing things, amazing truths. And it helps. It helps for us to measure ourselves against eternity. It helps for us to, our problems, our challenges, the things that we face, when we realize that these things come and go. These things come and go. We have these seasons that we go through, and we measure those against the permanence of our God, of our Father, of his love, of who he is. It really puts things in perspective for us. So I'd encourage you to do that, because it's healthy. It's a good thing. It helps us to overcome so much. You guys be blessed today, okay? Be blessed. Just receive the blessings of the Lord. Walk in righteousness. Choose him. Concentrate on him. And just let his permanence and his preeminence just permeate. Let's pick on the P's. Permeate your entire day, your entire being, all your thoughts, all your emotions today. You guys be blessed.